Going to get the Social Services Subcommittee underway so that we can have our marathon of HHS subcommittees this morning. Senator Favola. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. I have two bills before you.
Which would you like to speak about first?
773.
All right.
Senate Bill 773. It's the foster care housing services plan. What this bill does is it directs the Department of Social Services to enter into a memorandum of understanding with local housing authorities and the local departments of social services to facilitate accessing federal housing vouchers. There's this program, it's called the Federal Unification Housing Choice Program. It is intended to help youth who are aging out of the foster care system and will need places to live. The Social Services Department would be expected to work with the foster youth 90 days before the foster youth exits. So there's actually a plan. It is an important safety net. We know that our foster youth have a much higher probability of becoming homeless. They also have a higher probability of being vulnerable to human trafficking and other elements because they don't have the stability of a safe home. I hope it is the will of the committee to pass this along. Report it out, I think is what you would say.
Great. Thank you so much, Senator Favola. Are there any questions from committee members? No? Okay. Are there folks in the room who'd like to speak in support of this bill? Yes. Delegate Henson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Senator, or probably DMAS, I guess I just wanted a clear understanding, how does this differ than what they're doing now? Because I do know that there's quite a few.
Thank you, Delegate Henson, Madam Chair. We just are not accessing this housing grant program. So they are trying to provide similar services. This is adding to the pot of vouchers that would be available. I did work with Eric Reynolds, who is the Children's Ombudsman, and of course I worked with the Department of Social Services and local DSS agencies.
Great, thank you. Are there folks in the room who'd like to speak in support of this bill? I think our ombudsman is coming. Good morning.
Good morning, Eric Reynolds, Children's Ombudsman. I support Senator Favola's bill. Appreciate her working with us and the Virginia Department of Social Services and coming up with this. Also, local departments are required to provide some transition services for foster youth who are about to age out of foster care. This specifically talks about housing, and that is an important feature to make sure our children, the foster youth, do transition into adulthood with all the services they have that they need. So I support the bill. Thank you. And I ask that you report it as well.
Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Are there any other folks who'd like to speak in support of this bill? Are there folks who want to speak in opposition to this bill? Okay. If we act favorably on this bill, we do have a note that it needs to go to the Appropriations Committee.
Yeah.
Move to report and refer to appropriations.
Second. All right, there's been a motion to report and refer Senate Bill 773 to Appropriations. Madam Clerk, and it's been properly seconded. Madam Clerk, if you can open the roll. All right, it moves on to the next step unanimously. Senator Favola.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next one is Senate Bill 843, and this is a recommendation from the Joint Commission on Health Care. What it does is it directs DMAS to develop a plan for expanding eligibility criteria under Medicaid for remote patient monitoring. This is particularly important for individuals with chronic conditions. We believe that this will help them keep themselves healthier, which is a very good thing. And there is a report due to the Joint Commission on Health Care October 1st, 2025. So I hope it is the will of the committee to report this bill.
Great.
And I don't have a fiscal statement, or I do, that it says no budget amendments necessary.
Those are the best kind of fisses to get. All right, are there any questions from committee members on this? No? Are there any folks here who wish to speak in support of this bill? Anybody who wants to speak in opposition? All right, committee members.
Move to report.
Second.
There's been a motion to report, and it's properly seconded. Madam Clerk, if you could please open the roll. Senator Favola, this bill also moves on to the next step unanimously. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. Senator Obenshain, good morning. I think we have Senate Bill 1153 in front of us.
Madam Chair, Senate Bill 1153, I'll tell you just briefly what the genesis of this is before explaining the bill. Assisted living facilities in Virginia care for many of the most vulnerable of our citizens, and I know that JLARC last year did a review of our, our inspections and enforcement, and we just don't have the inspectors or the enforcement mechanisms to keep up. I litigate nursing home cases, and I've had a number of shocking cases over the past few years. Right now, in Rockingham County, we have a assisted living facility that has no license. It has 40-some residents there. There are ongoing criminal investigations involving this facility, including allegations that they employ sex offenders, drug offenders, and there are ongoing concerns expressed by law enforcement as to the health, welfare, and safety of the 40-some remaining residents. My Commonwealth's attorney, my sheriff, and I contacted the Department of Social Services, said you got to do something. Department of Social Services reported, unlike skilled nursing facilities, we do not have the power to do the things that we could do with a skilled nursing facility until there's a conviction, notwithstanding the serious health, welfare, and safety concerns. So what they suggested was give us the same powers that we have for nursing homes. And what this bill does is it permits, it lifts the language from skilled nursing facilities and gives the same powers to the Commissioner of the Department of Social Services to petition circuit court for the appointment of a receiver for facilities that have lost a license, have failed to get a license, facilities that have health, welfare, and safety issues serious enough for a court to order the installation of a receiver to wind down the facility, to bring it in compliance, or to find alternative placements for the residents in the facility. I can tell you from our firsthand experience, this is badly needed. This is something that the commission or that the department has indicated they have the resources to accomplish. Like Senator Favola's bill, it has a FISC, but no fiscal impact, no budget amendment necessary, and that's the bill.
All right, so I see we have some committee members with questions. Thank you so much, Senator. Delegate Singh.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A question for the bill and the patron. If a receiver is appointed, according to this bill, who would pay for the cost of the receiver?
The facility would pay for it out of the resident payments to the facility. So it is revenue neutral, and these facilities, many of them just continue bringing in funds and continue to operate and to the detriment of the residents. So these residents are paying every month, and the first thing that they're going to go to pay for is the receiver.
Senator Obenshain, is that the same model as how a receivership would apply to the nursing home facilities?
It is.
Okay. Delegate Henson?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have two questions.
Go ahead.
Senator, to confirm your statement as it currently stands, if there's no conviction, the assisted living facilities can still operate with their license, and what this bill is trying to do is corrected, or can you clarify?
Even with no license. And, one part of the problem is that, there are any number of problems. First of all, where do these folks go, and who places them? We have no real mechanism right now for anybody to do that. The concern expressed by the department was we've got due process issues that we have to observe before we move in and do something to take over the facility. This addresses the due process by requiring a court hearing, but gives them the ability to move in and take appropriate steps to protect the residents.
Understood. And then my second question, you did state that the court shall hear this bill within 10 days, just making sure they're on board with it. In hearing it 10 days, did that need to be extended out or pushed in?
I'm sorry?
In your bill, it says the court shall hear this bill within 10 days.
Right.
Is the court on board with that, or have you heard anything from the court mandating that 10 days?
I've heard no opposition from the court. This is basically giving this priority on the court's docket because of the health, welfare, and safety issues that are presented in connection with the residents. And that, I would say, is a critical component of the bill.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any folks in the room who wish to speak in support of this bill? Are there any folks here who wish to speak in opposition to this bill? All right, it's back with the committee.
Move to report.
Okay, there's been a motion to report this bill. It's been properly seconded. We can open up the roll, Madam Clerk. Does Delegate Orrock, do you want to vote? All right, Senator Obenshain, your bill moves forward on a vote of 8-0. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah. All right, so I think that concludes our work this morning for the Social Services Subcommittee, and I think that has us all wrapped up for the 2025 legislative session as our little subcommittee. So thank you so much. Next up is the Health Professions Subcommittee. We will rise.